Coinbase going to $300. Yeah, the Motley Fool is going to create this whole article because of one person thinking that Coinbase can reach $300. Yeah, seriously, look at it. Is Coinbase stock going to $300? One Wall Street analyst thinks so, just one. We're not talking about a whole group of people. We're not talking about all of Wall Street. Just one person, one measly individual is trying to persuade people that Coinbase is going to go back up to $300. We're not considering the whole market as a whole. No, we're just going to look at this one person to see if they're accurate. Because when we look at the price chart for Coinbase, is it possible? Look at what the market is up against in order for it to hit $300. You see what I'm talking about? We have this area right here that we termed a sell zone, meaning that when price comes up to this sell zone, it immediately gets rejected and comes back down to price. That means that there's too many people selling at that price, that the buyers are overwhelmed, and inevitably price comes back down. That is the hurdle that the market has to overcome in order for this one analyst to see his price target hit $300. Is it possible? We'll talk about that in a moment. But first, let's get back to this article real quick. Okay. So Coinbase is considered a beneficiary as more investors seek to hold the leading cryptocurrency in their portfolio. Talking about Bitcoin. That's the environment that led JMP Securities analyst Devin Ryan. That is the one person who has boosted his target price for Coinbase to $220. From $220 to $300. Ooh, that would represent a gain of roughly 20%. Ooh, from Coinbase stocks Wednesday closing price. 20% run. That's very reasonable. Like, we could see that happen in Coinbase. You can see that happen in 2 days, especially if Bitcoin goes crazy. Coinbase is also working to position itself for the potential boost to its business. The company just announced plans to raise money through the issuance of over $1 billion worth of convertible senior notes. This is one reason why it's very important for ordinary people to create businesses that people value. $1 billion worth of notes out of nowhere. This whole financial system is created off of credit and debt. Nothing truly of value in this fiat monetary system. Everyone is transacting off of credit and debt. Businesses play on the credit side. Investors, traders play on the debit side. They're the one that's taking the risk if Coinbase doesn't increase in value. Coinbase is making the money by issuing out shares. This move to shore up its finances and to prepare for future growth is another reason that Devin thinks there's room for another 20% rise in the stock. Whether that will come about also depends on the fate of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets themselves. With the momentum that Bitcoin has recently gained, it's likely that more investors will look to diversify with crypto. That makes Ryan's price target look very achievable. Yeah, because we're not that far. Now, if Coinbase was trading around $100 and Ryan came out or Devin came out and said, I'm looking for a 300 target, you probably think that the dude is crazy. How in the world are you going to look for that much of an increase in Bitcoin and the spot Bitcoin ETF hasn't even been approved yet? Right? But here it is. The stock is trading around 230 now. So yeah, it's reasonable. It's achievable. It will become more likely once we see these buyers take out our sell zone though. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is clean up the chart. We're going to get rid of that buy zone. This buy zone has been broken, so we're going to lower it down just a little bit. Okay. So now, let's look at Coinbase on the 2. We're trying to figure out if the buyers are still here. Do you think they're still here now? This is a probable precursor of strength right there, which means in the next 2 days we need to see the market close above it. Here it is on the 3. How do you feel about this time frame? Would you be bullish or bearish? Looks pretty weak there. What about on the 5? Coinbase on the weekly chart. Coinbase on the 2. Coinbase on the 3. Yeah, that looks pretty weak right there. It looked like the high may be in for at least a moment. Here it is on the 5. So from a 5-weekly chart, Devin may be right. The market may just be taking a break because that's a massive spread right there. Massive spread. All right, so let me push this to the 330-minute chart and see what this look like. So you guys can kind of tell that the stock is finding buyers in this zone. It found buyers here. Market ran up, got rejected at 268, 270, came back down, found more buyers. Price went up. It's coming down again, testing to see if these buyers really want the stock around 220. So probably Devin's buying this stock. What do y'all think? Y'all think Devin's in here buying this stock in Coinbase in the zone? Because he seems to be convinced that Coinbase is going to run back up to 300. So on this particular time frame, that's a sell zone on the 1-hour chart. So yeah, we need to be careful. So now, I think the market wants to go up in Coinbase, so that's what we're going to do. I want us to see the market hold this buy zone. If it don't hold this buy zone, then the market will most likely come to the second buy zone. Okay, here's our targets. This first sell zone here that I just created will give us around 6.68% at the high. Then my second target will be at the high that occurred here on the 12th of March, which is 13.58. Then that third target is at the low of the sell zone, 17.25. So give me your thoughts. Let me know. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.